Alright, hello, it's Clock here, and we're playing South Scrimshaw. Probably gonna be more like watching South Scrimshaw. A weird visual novel. H to hide text. Left click or spacebar to advance when you see this icon. A weird visual novel about a space alien whale on a different planet. Yep. South Scrimshaw is a linear read, but there are information tangents to explore. Texts of different color can be clicked to learn more about a subject. While there are known egg-laying mammals, none of them are whales. Example. In recent years, the sea bunny is most defined by Will Voynich's cartoons. Example. Text of tune can be clicked. Okay, cool. The Law, 3rd edition. Rudolph Pindersnipe, Legal Counsel, Snopalope. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, and most of the science are either the products of the author's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Thank you. Yes, so it is just this visual novel. Oh, God. Oh, shit. That really just happened. Oh, no. Does this work? Well, I think I just broke my headset. I did just break my headset, I should say. It is definitely broken. Wow. That sucks. Hey, give me a second. Wow, that is so... Okay, I'm back. My headset just broke. Pending clearance, admin region 2. Let's see if my right ear cup works. I doubt it will. It works! Alright,
The Corporation for Earth Media is proud to present this educational program.
South Scrimshaw, I just broke my headset on you.
Produced in conjunction with the frontier scientists, engineers, and artists of the Kronos 7 expedition.
Is that loud enough? Yeah, that's good.
South Scrimshaw is made possible through the support of viewers like you. Thank you.
Perfect. So this is chapter 1 birth. It'll be chapters 1 to 4, and this will be a multiple series game. I don't know how many games there'll be. 1, 2, 3, maybe 2 or 3. But this is definitely just the first part, and it will follow the whale's life through
Hot sunlight shines through the veined membrane of an aquatic
adolescence.
egg. It was once carried in deeper, cooler waters of a more northern latitude. Now it bobs freely in a subtropical shallow. The consciousness dawning inside is prodded alert in discomfort. It is a male whale calf, stirring with a newfound awareness of body. This pod has held him for 17 months, nurtured his development from a single fertilized cell. Now it can no longer support his life. The inflow of nutrients and oxygenated blood has ceased. A once comfortable cradle now pinches at his enlarged form.
Yeah, if this is supposed to be a documentary, how'd they just stick this camera up inside a whale? This
Pushed
whale
onto
looks
his
so
own faculty,
angry.
A suffocating urge to thrash wells up inside him. Yet he hesitates.
Get him out! Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting this is a visual novel and I have to click.
Booms from the world outside.
Oh, shit.
The powerful low frequency vibrates through his whole body. With the certainty of deep imprinting, the calf knows who is calling.
Its mother.
It is his mother.
Yes, okay.
She is on the other side.
Good thing the alien whales aren't too different from,
He must join her.
Earth whales.
The shell containing him is now only a brittle husk, swollen with waste material and straining at the seams.
Gross.
Clumsy first movements form the start of the calf's motor awareness. The egg is evolved to rupture open along a central seam. A few thin cartilage bands are all that retain him. One more forceful effort and he will escape.
Nah, nature's a beautiful thing. Whales are beautiful. South Scrimshaw. Supported by viewers like you and me.
Technically speaking, the whale didn't hatch from an egg. Egg is something of a misnomer.
Oh, okay.
While there are known egg-laying mammals, none of them are whales.
Okay.
This whale species has a placental connection to the mother while developing.
Yeah, okay.
Birthing shell is the term currently favoured in scientific journals when discussing this style of external womb.
It's an external womb? Was it just dragged along?
The outer cartilage folds backwards, shrinking the space inside and expelling the contents outwards.
This art is actually really nice and colorful.
Creating pressure against the inner membrane until it finally pops.
That's not a picture I like, though. Okay, there we go, that's better.
The calf spills out into the open ocean. The world is a rush of sensory stimulation. The newborn is momentarily stunned limp.
Wow.
He comes to amid a dizzying flurry of life. Plants and protists tangle and snag his every movement.
It's like we're actually experiencing
Small scavengers eagerly devour the cloud of waste.
Oh, yep, that's pretty normal. Oh, you know what? Sharks do this, don't they? Where they have little sacs that they leave behind. They're not like really eggs.
Plants unfurl and retract,
and then like other animals, like other fish and stuff, just like eat the sac.
Foliage clings to the calf from above.
He's real fucking tired, this whale.
He swims deeper to escape. His mother's song reassures him once again, but she is still nowhere in sight.
Where's your mama?
Sponges, wharf biters, crustaceans and corals dangle from the plants like ornaments. Something solid grabs from below. His descent is halted.
Oh. Grabbed him. What?
He's being lifted back towards the surface.
Whale. All these little bugs. Whale.
The calf breaches, filling his lungs with their first breath of air.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that like reef is like really popping up, and there's the
This
little
is the
whale.
breeding ground of his species. At the year's peak, this wide expanse fills with whales. But today our calf finds the surface empty.
Well,
except for a very odd clump of plants.
Yep. See them plants. Reef? Coral reef? I don't know. Tree? Mangrove?
The calf
that's
does not
like
know what to make of it. Equally disturbed and compelled, he stares transfixed.
What is it, like seaweed? Barnacles?
Plants continue to tickle his body just below the water.
Okay. Touch.
A resident waterbug examines him with equal skepticism.
What's happening?
Sudden movement atop the leafy mass catches his eye.
Oh god, hello. It's a bird. Fucking bird.
It's all too frightening for the little one.
I bet.
He retreats back under the surface.
Oh, poor whale. Poor whale.
His overpowering instinct is to nurse, but he cannot. His exhaustion mounts and fear seizes him. He is lost.
Sorry, I'll try to keep this as fast as...
And as if sensing his weakness, tendrils begin to grasp at him. A vine lassos his flute. There is no escape.
What? What's happening to the whale?
In a final burst of strength, the calf fights, thrashing, tearing, and uprooting his attackers. A scent of blood enters the water.
Oh my god. Dude, the plants are eating
His
him?
mother cries a pained song to soothe him.
Dude, where's the mom?
The calf is hit with the sudden realization. The strange plants are not taking him away from his mother.
No fucking way.
The strange plant clod is his mother.
Look at that little fucking whale. He's so cute looking. Is that its mouth? Dude, why is the mother like fucking a million years old? The Brillo whale. Hystrixia silvifera. Don't count me on that. I'm sorry. My words, I can't speak English. Hey, make sure, by the way, you guys have got a water bottle or something handy. Make sure you're doing some stretches. This is a bit of a long one. And we're going to learn about a fake whale.
What evidence remained of this year's Brillo breeding season has long since been swept away. This sandbar has returned to its normal, pristine state.
Alright.
Save for one unusual pile of rocks.
Yeah, it looks a little weird. Scanning. Stand by. Oh.
This
an eel?
is a stone dog.
That's a dog? Stone dog. That looks like an eel, but
Somewhat
right,
like a hermit crab, this animal lives in a portable shelter of foreign material.
Oh, so that is rocks.
It grasps together a shell of scavenged of debris with its long limbs, and secretes an adhesive mucus to hold it fast.
Oh, gross.
Stone dogs mostly rely on ambushing prey from a camouflaged position.
Alright. What does that have to do with our whale?
Right now, this stone dog here is not the hunter, but the hunted.
Oh.
It is a woefully obvious attempt to hide.
Rock.
As the predator stalking it possesses one of the sharpest minds in the ocean.
Dolphins. It's a dolphin, isn't it? Oh, it's popping its little eye out.
The coast is clear.
No.
It
oh
isn't.
no. It's a whale.
Our whale calf wants to play, not eat.
Oh, okay. No!
From the stone dog's perspective, there's little difference.
Oh no. Oh no! He fucking break. Oh god!
Since hatching, our calf has been a healthy and energetic specimen.
He's freaking out, man. Freaking out.
Despite his late birth, no complications are detectable. If anything, his cognitive ability is showing swift advancement.
That's good. That whale had fun. That's good.
He is very fond of holding his
realized
fluke
he's a
above
white
the water
whale.
surface. Scattered showers are currently moving through the area. The calf has been emerging frequently for visual inspection since the rain began.
Hopefully this doesn't go through a similar storyline with a giant white whale.
He seems very interested in the weather above.
Hopefully he takes doesn't meet humans.
A long call reminds him not to stray too far.
Mom.
Brillos have surprisingly keen vision above the water. The calf is quickly able to spot his mother. This is the farthest distance he has travelled from her. It is more than twice that of yesterday.
Okay.
Today was quite an adventure. Now, reminded of his mother, all this bravery seems to evaporate. He is suddenly anxious to be at her side. He will bring her any interesting objects discovered while exploring.
Stop! He just slapped it in his mom's face. Look how tired she
Booted
is.
at her face.
Booted at her face.
His mother is trying to rest off another bout of nausea. This play is a bit much.
That's so cute, though. What the fuck?
But these discomforts are trivial to the bond between mother and child. Our neural interface even shows a measurable relief in her symptoms during these interactions.
See this neural interface? Does that mean they have like? Does that mean like they've like slapped on some kind of like system onto her, like to track them, both of them?
The calf's carefree play is training for future hunts and the essential skills of survival. But it will be some time before he has to worry about earning meals on his own.
Okay. Whale.
His mother's long, prehensile udders reach him through the thorny bramble. The milk he nurses on is thick as yogurt. Calves subsist on this fat-rich diet for 2 years, building up an insulating layer of blubber. And the bands of spongy tissue for other organisms to burrow into. Here we arrive at what truly makes a Brillo whale such a remarkable specimen for study.
Sorry, I keep forgetting I have to
of
keep
unrivaled complexity and variety.
Dude, your mom's
This
literally
female
stop
was initially
freaking
selected for
stop.
study due to her exquisitely
Bro,
beautiful
stop.
exterior. The mammal is almost totally concealed
weird.
within the undulating botanical mass.
Undulating. No, don't undulate. Please stop
In
undulating.
cross-section, the distinction between whale and passenger is more visible.
What?
Unlike the stone dog shown earlier, this is not simply an external attachment of foreign material.
Oh, it's reaching in her. Oh shit. Wait, what? And also, is this actually how whale skeletons look? I have never actually seen that. Wow. It's so weird. It's all just flesh up here. What is that, dude? Is it reaching into her brain?
The Brillo whale has an intimate connection to thousands of other living creatures. The whale chooses from among a variety of partner species.
Whale can choose? Partners.
And offers real estate within designated regions of its body.
Real estate. I wonder what the price is.
An inner membrane draws the
gotta
line
find me a
between the
whale like
welcome
that.
cohabitation space and the whale's vitals. This unusual arrangement raises several questions, the first of which we will address.
Okay.
What is the benefit of living on a whale?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
To help us illustrate the principle, we will be assisted
Sounds pretty fun.
by a sea bunny, or sea bun, to use its more common nickname.
Oh, we have our first thing. Yeah, what's that?
The South Scrimshaw team has received
Oh, now
very
it's a
explicit
different
direction from
narrator.
our producers, and we are to unequivocally clarify to viewers that the sea bun is not a real animal.
This whale and this weird-ass whale is, but you telling me
The
sea
sea
bunnies
bun
aren't?
owes its creation to the original landing party of Kronos 5. Though the
Okay.
specifics are lost, the most convincing story is that it was something misheard over a shoddy radio connection.
Oh.
As those early years recede into contemporary legend, it is important to remember that the tales of hardship told by the first landing party are not exaggerated.
This is how I mentioned, by the way, how it's like aliens.
The pioneers were indeed isolated for 11 solar cycles, and it was not until the conclusion of the hostilities on Earth that the current biannual delivery schedule could be planned.
Hostilities on Earth. Solar. So these people came to this planet.
The uncharted
11
planet was a
years
land of mysterious
themselves.
fauna and unknown environmental hazards.
And apparently birds.
It was a time where technology seemed to suffer inexplicable malfunctions, while repair efforts were always undermined by a constant lack of materials, tools, and manpower.
I like how someone drew such a detailed fish and then just... Honestly, I'm liking this one, the middle one, 3 and 1. Honestly, if I was to imagine a sea bunny, those two are the ones. The fourth one's just creepy.
The myth of the sea bun serves as caricature for the force of chaos, always at work
face, you know?
when one's back is turned.
So the myth of sea bun serves as a caricature. Oh, there's more!
Sea
nice!
bunnies was a sort of shorthand for, I don't know what's wrong, it could be anything, including a cryptid.
Oh, so like, oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, like, oh, darn. Our power went out. What could it have been? Sea bunnies. Fucking sea bunnies, man.
Among our seniors who were present at the time, one likened the expression to "here be dragons" on medieval maps. Another drew a parallel with Murphy's Law.
Yeah, this one's real mischievous. What the hell is it doing?
Somewhere
oh my
along the
god,
line,
amazing.
Either as intentional jokes or honest misunderstanding of colourful communiques, word of sea bunnies repeatedly escaped the planet in a way interpreted as fact by those off-world.
Nice. People believed in the sea bunnies. The sea buns.
Compounding this misinformation was a popular hazing ritual where new arrivals were assigned to catch a sea bun for research, usually being given a butterfly net and sent somewhere isolated and moderately dangerous.
Oh, why would they do that?
A unique culture planetside encouraged the escalation of this practice, until a few near disasters brought a legislated end to the budding tradition.
I know you guys already understand the gravity of this situation. I know there isn't malice behind these sorts of pranks, so we will skip the part where I scold you like children, but understand that I'm mostly planet side. The brass isn't. They aren't in a position to understand how some FNG got sent on a literal wild goose chase and swept away by the tide. We're also lucky that fishing boat was there to pick him out of the drink. This case is getting closed without any disciplinary sanctions. It helps that the kid is being a sport about it. Regardless, I need everyone at your outpost to consider themselves on probation. I gave some personal assurances to secure this outcome, so my neck is out on the line too. Send my regards to Blank. Blank was saying the other day how we haven't seen you two for a while. Let's get some horseshoes in before the weather cools. Regards, blank blank. BBBBBT. I can't read that stuff, but whatever. Okay, that's so it's like they got a base of operations here.
Regular infrastructure improvements have also blunted the disgruntled sarcasm towards occasional hardship.
Oh, unofficial emblem. No sea bunnies. Wink.
In recent years, the sea bunny is most defined by Will Voynich's cartoons.
Yeah, another one. We got info in the info. What's that? The info, yeah.
Kids Wilderness is a monthly publication created and edited by Will Voynich, written and illustrated by Voynich and various contributors. Using friendly illustrations, it focuses on natural science, camping, and health and wellness.
We should have this, but with like Bigfoot.
It joins the official Sunday newspaper as one of the planet's only 2 print publications.
Only 2. Damn.
Voynich was originally a cartographer and among those first to land with Kronos 5.
He saw the sea buns.
Children's literature only became a guiding passion after he discovered himself a soon-to-be father, and realised how very little would be available for the new generation by way of age-appropriate entertainment and education.
So he decided to just drawing sea bunnies.
On off hours at the Cartographic Survey Computer Lab, using optical scanners and image editing software designed for map-making, Voynich painstakingly constructed his first works. 5 volumes containing every fable he could remember from his own childhood. While he faithfully retells many of these timeless classics, Voynich's recall is often hazy.
Yeah.
Several of the stories are so misremembered, they are more original work than adaptations. For example, The Elephant and the Mouse retains nothing from the Aesop tale besides the titular animals. Voynich's version has the two discussing the different sorts of dreams they have while sleeping. Voynich's first intentional works of fiction would be penned for Kids Wilderness.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Seabun in Monaco.
This is just a straight up buddy. What is he chewing? The Adventures of Seabun in Monaco #4. Seabun eats the telecommunication network. Wow, they really weren't lying when they just blamed everything on the sea bunnies. Damn.
The accessible charm of Seabun and Monaco found an immediate and enthusiastic audience. Currently playing are musical arrangements from the puppet show adaptation, which has been touring schoolhouses. The songs were composed and performed by Nico Kuprin. The formula of each adventure largely follows the same beats.
Yeah.
Seabun, an ocean sprite with impish curiosity and an endless appetite for inedible material, happens upon some unknown piece of infrastructure.
Just destroys it. Bites it with the power of like 50 sharks.
And decides to devour it.
Eat it whole.
Meanwhile, Monaco, a nervous eel sidekick who always follows Seabun, watches on in comically exaggerated terror while imagining the most nightmarish possible outcomes. These predictions of doom never come to pass.
Wow, he's talented.
But Seabun's actions do cause significant damage, forcing construction crews to deploy for repairs. Seabun, now realizing his error, uses his supernatural strength to help workers in various ways and atones for his destructive acts. Everything is then rebuilt stronger than before.
Seabun propaganda?
The story formula seeks to inform young readers about vital infrastructure, where it is found, what happens if it breaks, and the sort of specialised work that maintenance requires. It also seeks to make the harsh edges of a frontier life less frightening and unknown to young readers. Each story ends with the sleepy Seabun returning to his burrow with a souvenir where he slumbers peacefully.
Got fish in that one. Toy fish.
That is, until he gets hungry again.
Deepest lore. Achievement. Oh, you didn't see that. Well, I got an achievement. Get wrecked. Okay.
Given how entrenched the character has become in the popular consciousness here,
that's that.
We feel it appropriate that the Seabun help guide our exploration of these oceans.
So he's like a little mascot for the new planet, I guess. Okay. Oh, and then that was the double.
While each species has its own unique adaptation to this niche lifestyle, we can create several broad categories of benefits such evolution aims to harness. Moving through water takes energy. It is far easier to travel great distance when someone else is doing the swimming. Simply hitching a ride can be greatly beneficial.
Yeah, okay. This is
For example, one species of crab only lives on Brillo whales every other generation and uses whale transportation to greatly expand its range.
Okay.
Unless one is the apex predator, the threat of being eaten is an ever-present reality. If one lives as a potential meal, it is very important to be the least desirable, most difficult of meals.
Oh, because he's on his head.
Finding alliance with a giant beast and living under its protection creates a very effective deterrence. It's always still possible to be eaten, but hunters now risk facing off with a leviathan.
True, okay. It's like those crocodiles with little birds.
Certain shark, skates, rays, and scarps have formed hunting partnership with the Brillos. They help find and catch quarry, then share in the feast. Pack hunting allows the Brillo to take down larger and different sorts of prey.
Ooh.
The blood or waste of Brillo whales can also provide a source of nourishment.
Ew, their poop.
This not offered freely. Obviously, a Brillo whale cannot stand to be eaten alive.
Okay.
An Earth parallel is an oxpecker bird on a rhinoceros. The bird may drink a marginal amount of blood while it cleans off ticks. It's a fair trade for the rhinoceros, as the tick is the far greater threat.
Yeah, I've heard of these things too. Okay.
So too, will a Brillo whale expend blood in a beneficial relationship.
Okay, so whether you scratch my back, you scratch your mushroom.
In several instances, living on a Brillo has evolved into part of an organism's life cycle, and the specific conditions regulated in a Brillo's body are required for a new generation.
How'd that work?
In some cases, this goes even further.
They go on land, these whales?
With the biology of the two species becoming so enmeshed, it is unclear where one ends and the other begins.
Oh god. Oh, is that... So that's like the plant, my mom. Okay, that's Quite terrifying, Seabun. Spooked you.
But these instances are rare.
Yeah, okay.
Our research team is very interested if these extreme cases represent a functioning system, or the pathological eventuality to such complicated arrangements.
Alien fucking whales, man.
All of these riders taking in small amounts adds up to a great expense for the host. This prompts the obvious next question.
Okay.
What does the whale stand to benefit from this arrangement?
Yeah, okay.
This is more complicated to respond to. There seems to be as many answers as there are Brillo whales, as there is spectacular variety among Brillos.
Yeah, apparently you got mushroom ones.
Let us approach the answer with specific examples from this mother.
I heard them say shark one too. That sounds badass.
The most prominent feature along her body is the wide variety of photosynthesizing organisms. The whale is, of course, not an autotroph producing her own energy from sunlight.
Yeah, okay.
But the specialized sea flora pays rent by sharing some of their sugars into her blood.
Okay.
When light is low, roots ferment, and alcohol is also created as a byproduct.
Wait, excuse me? Is she getting drunk?
Certain plants near her head also act as fishing lures, drawing food to her maw.
Oh, okay, cool.
While she may occasionally swim deeper, a partially plant-subsidized life has locked her within the photic zone,
yeah, they have to.
The upper aquatic layer where enough sunlight can sustain the leaves.
Yeah, she has to stay
Adult
near the top.
Brillo behavior and biology is often dramatically influenced by their symbiotic arrangement.
Okay. Kind of weird, but cool. Oh.
Here we see a blood trilobite. This is not an invited guest.
Oh, okay.
A long needle-like proboscis pushes down and taps a vein.
Oh.
Drinking in great volume and offering nothing in return, it is a true parasite.
Okay, what does it do?
This is a job for the vellum worm.
That this?
Vellum worms fill their stomachs by grooming Brillos of unwanted visitors. It is currently hypothesized that vellum worms distinguish the welcome from the attackers through smell and taste. Parasites have all been found to have elevated amounts of a bile-like Brillo waste inside them.
Oh.
This mother Brillo also has to worry about creatures browsing her lovely plants.
Yeah, her garden.
Herbivorous fish attempt
She's like a
frequent raids on
grandma.
the leafy goods. This one is alone and quite oblivious.
Bruh.
The
Oh,
vellum
she
worm
eats it.
packs a powerful punch for larger animals.
Oh, the vellum worm takes care
A
of it too.
neurotoxin-filled barb is shot into the fish's heart. It can only manage a faint muscle spasm before the venom completes its work.
Okay.
The Brillo whale's strategy is called a symbiotic garden. It is an intentionally cultivated arrangement and a precarious balance of mutual reliance.
Okay. So this one doesn't seem too bad. They live off of her, but they give her sugar, I guess, and alcohol. She just has to breathe once in a while, stay near the top. And then the one worm is just the best because he just kills and eats anything that's actually bad.
When successfully maintained, the host becomes a morass of life. It is usually defended from attack. It can sometimes acquire energy in novel ways, and occasionally it is able to invade new niche ecosystems.
Okay.
The universal downside experienced by all Brillos is that more complexity creates more points for failure.
Oh.
An adult Brillo's life is dominated by the struggle to groom a semblance of order into increasingly overgrown flanks.
Oh, because it just keeps going. Like, it just keeps getting too many plants. Is
To a
that what
simple
it
calf, these adult problems have yet to enter his mind. Today he has found his mother's leaves serve as fun streamers to play with.
Yay!
She finally scolds him. She is too unwell to tolerate any more roughhousing.
Was she dying?
He doesn't quite understand, but he has other diversions.
Dude, don't pull a Bambi on me. I know it's
Primarily
supposed to be
drinking
sad.
more of her milk.
Yeah, drink more of that yogurt milk.
Given the complexity of Brillo anatomy,
No.
even small health problems can swiftly spiral out of control.
Oh, okay.
This female
like a
experienced
cold?
complications while giving birth.
Oh, it was birth.
There is the potential for the situation to worsen.
Okay. I know what I'm looking at, yes.
A thorned branch has become ingrown, puncturing through both the layer of protective outer muscle and the cuticle barrier.
Ooh, okay. That's not good.
This had begun prior to calving, but her contractions to extend the womb also caused the plant shard to stab deeper.
Oh, so now the plant's bad.
The spikes are now in contact with her intestines. Fortunately, there is no puncture yet.
But it's rubbing.
The site is inflamed and white blood cells flood the area. The immune system unmistakably identifies this as an injury. We can witness her stiff reluctance to move and read a jolt in brain activity when she's jostled. It must be greatly painful.
Okay.
The greatest danger right now is a tear of the intestines.
Yeah, that would be...
which would certainly be fatal.
Yep. Okay. Oh.
There is reason to hope. Our scans also reveal that she has recovered from a similar injury in the past.
Oh,
Perhaps
good.
Brillos regularly endure such ghastly wounds. Perhaps it was the safety of the Brillo
Extra
herd
eye.
which afforded her enough time to convalesce. Certainly her odds of survival will be boosted greatly if she is able to make the long swim back. For now, she is still well enough to care for her newborn, though doing so must be exhausting.
Yay! What are we naming
Judging by
this
several
thing?
physical indicators, this is
Baby.
most likely her first
Calf.
calf.
We're just gonna call it calf.
Those Brillos who manage their gardens well can be extremely long-lived. Females can give birth as many as 8 times.
Wow.
If the calf survives, one day he too might also cast his genes forward, his own minute fingerprint on the future's shape. Regardless of whatever metric of success we observers of an outside species might apply, his life will be led by the means it was forged, in the crucible of natural selection.
Oh. That was a little dark.
But
okay.
for now, a rare moment of shelter.
Yeah, okay. Wait, no, not shelter. That's rain. Well, I guess they're up. Breathing. How do whales sleep? Do they just like follow a like a chapter 3 departing? They just follow like a current, like while asleep. Do they sleep? Do they need to? Interesting. I mean, these are alien whales.
This is a simplified
so-
map of the local ocean topography.
Okay.
The deep blue represents a fault line, the planetary scar where 2 tectonic plates meet. As with Earth, this land is a moving crust atop a globe of molten metal.
Okay, same as Earth.
The planet-shaping force of subduction pushed ground up above the sea.
Yeah, okay.
Creating what is now named the Chartreuse Archipelago.
Chartreuse Archipelago.
The island chain runs for about 870 kilometers, drawing a ragged line away from the continent. These names were given by an early survey team assessing the grounds for a harbour or research outpost.
These here whales are pretty smart, man.
The body of water created between the Scrimshaw Islands
Oh, I guess these are the people that named it. What the fuck am I talking about?
is known as the Thalo Bay.
Oh,
The
true.
large
I forgot
inlet
he was
is exactly what a Brillo whale breeding ground requires.
Oh, shit. Okay, breeding grounds. Now we're getting to
Regarding
the
Brillo
good stuff.
carving, the most important feature of the bay is the
Yeah.
chemical composition and concentration of fungal spores.
Oh, talk me about those fungal
For now, we
spores.
will limit our discussion to the choreography of the breeding ground.
Choreography, I know what you mean.
3 separate herds converged this year to give birth simultaneously.
I'm
The
sorry.
dots estimate their prior positions. Not all Brillos make this trek every year, but many more whales assist besides parents.
Oh, wow. Like penguins. Help each other.
Pregnant whales move into the centre, where they maintain as much distance from one another as possible. Perhaps due to the unpredictable anatomy of their fellow Brillos, or a vulnerability in the skin of the newborns, calves are kept segregated from all others for the first months of their life.
Oh,
The remaining herd forms a blockade at the mouth of the bay, while
very
the
different
pregnant
than
whales
penguinos.
deliver.
Okay.
As weeks pass, hunger and distraction start to erode focus on this task. The amount of time that the herd can wait is finite.
They're all chilling until they get hungry. Then they're like, fuck those
When
moms.
the time comes, all leave together at once, moving with the safety of numbers. Their
Okay.
destination will be one of several coral reefs.
Hmm.
Those unable to move on time must be abandoned.
Oh, like this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh no.
The healthy cannot hazard everyone's odds of survival for the sake of a few infirm.
Yeah, okay.
Our mother, wounded as she is one of several this year who befell this fate.
Oh shit, okay. What does that leave for the kid?
Outside of that season, the whales live elsewhere. Usually they are found at coral reefs and areas more productive with food. Brillows require a very high-calorie diet.
Okay, makes sense, they're huge.
We now find our whales here, at the border to the Great Vathis Ocean. It is a bright day in early autumn. An unseasonable cold front chills the air. Below the surface, we find our mother, bracing for the journey. Judging by her mobility, her health has much improved.
Nice!
The delay is likely not related to her recovering wounds.
Oh.
The distance between the Tharlo Bay and the southern reef is inhabited by many large predators. Many brillo calves are taken in these waters. Her loud songs are searching for another brillo's response. She has been making these calls since before dawn. She does not want to make this journey alone.
Yeah, don't make it alone.
The calf returns with a fresh lungful of oxygen.
It probably means more whales, doesn't it? Not the baby. Probably does not mean the baby whale in that sentence. Okay. Oh, it's so cute. What the hell?
And quickly retreats back to the bramble under his
mother.
mother.
I just realized at the very beginning, the whales it got caught in the excuse me, it got caught in like the seaweed and coral and stuff. And right now it's kind of like holding it.
For once, he does not need to be told to stay close.
Or can it like control the weeds, the seaweeds? No way, right?
Undoubtedly, he can also read the change in his mother's behavior.
I know they're aliens, but like, they control it? Slap?
And the unfamiliar place ahead is deeper and colder.
Snail.
Faintly at first, a new sound reaches them. His mother startles. They both listen. It's another whale.
Oh. That's good.
A brillo whale, and it is getting nearer.
A brillo whale.
Our mother booms a reply back.
Dude, I love these whale sounds. I wonder if they're real, or if they're like just some guy in his room, like...
The calf's curious nature starts to show itself again. He has yet to meet a brillo besides his mother.
Ooh.
There. He spots something. A large body begins to emerge from the hazy distance.
Okay. Yes,
continues
whales
to approach,
squint.
but the calf still can't quite understand what he's looking at.
Just like people, they squint too.
The calf's curiosity morphs into discomfort the closer it gets.
Morphs into discomfort? Why? Oh, I guess strangers. Stranger danger.
Discomfort turns into outright alarm.
What's happening with the enemy whale? Enemy whale?
He pleads to his mother in distress.
I guess just stranger danger.
She rebukes him in reply as if to say, "Don't be rude to the new neighbors."
Fucking kid. Piece of shit.
One cannot blame him for his confusion.
Get the sandal out. Holy moly, what is this?
This brillo whale's appearance was shaped to be deceptive.
This is a whale? Bro, what is this? Hay? Why is it mount? Dude, what? Why are these bones? Is that it? No. This is it.
It is a beautiful and ghastly example of mimicry.
Mimicry?
The way the jaws gently undulate is startlingly believable.
Oh. That's not real.
The grim exterior is the work of an important symbiotic partner.
This. Ew?
The weaver lobe.
The weaver lobe. Excuse me, sir?
These prodigious builders turn their colonies into terrifying scarecrows by spinning and sculpting ossamer.
awesomer.
Osoma is a long-chain polymer found in great abundance
Oh my
here.
god, this is lost
It is
on me.
totally novel to our researchers.
Okay. It's useless to them.
When soft, it is similar in texture to a neoprene diving suit.
I don't know how that
Through
feels.
a curing process, it can be hardened to various levels.
Okay.
In its stiffest state, it resembles the chitin shell of a beetle.
Oh, okay.
A second documentary team is currently compiling all of the latest discoveries.
Excuse me, does that mean I can... Oh, yeah. The Corporation for Earth Media presents Building Bugs.
This multi-part series will focus exclusively on the insect world,
What is this, a
which sees far
trailer
more
for the next game?
diversification from Earth species than vertebrates.
Yeah, I guess this is like a trailer for the...
covers both the insects that build habitats and the evolutionary forces which likely constructed such insects.
Oh, okay. This is like a separate like thing. Separate game.
Until then, we hope our simple introduction to this material suffices.
Alright, thank you.
Water is channeled through the layered construction, swelling and emptying various pockets, creating animal-like locomotion. Our resident Weaverlobe expert insists that the beastly facade before us here should have taken many decades to complete.
Old mama.
It also seems unlikely that it was built from scratch on the whale's back. Perhaps if Weaverlobes are able to relocate such structures, an established colony was simply carried on to the Brillo's
They
back.
slapped it on her back. Okay.
Such a
this is
fearsome
fake.
appearance does much to ward off predators. The reversed head may also help to confuse
Reversed
prey.
head. So this is the head down here. Yeah, you see the little arm? Okay.
We do not know why she was left behind, but this Brillo is a valuable addition to the
that's her
ocean
head, that's
crossing.
her eye. Oh, and she's got a little boy of herself.
She too is a mother, looking to deliver her child to safety.
Okay.
It seems that all Brillo calves are quite shy around new acquaintances.
Yeah.
Our calf growls to himself.
Growls.
Scoldings are unlikely to budge his unwelcoming attitude, nor will the surprise of additional friends. The calf was so distracted by what was in front of him that he failed to notice what was swimming up from behind.
Oh! Oh!
She's something like a faceless stone golem. The exterior is more bizarre than menacing. It might serve as some kind of armor, but our crew is at a loss to describe it on first sight.
What is it? It's like covered in rock and a tree root holds it together?
Like our Brillo mother, this whale may also have some kind of internal injury. She is only able to produce short, abrupt honks instead of complex songs.
Oh. She too has a kid.
She is also a mother. Regardless of what benefit her exterior provides, her presence alone will help contribute to a safe crossing.
Okay, so it's good that the three of them got together. Three
Flanked
moms
by
against
these
the world.
strangers, our calf seems very disturbed. New experiences may be uncomfortable now, but they will lead him to understand the Brillo way.
The Brillo way. Yes. Yes, I want to understand.
His mother jolts him forward with a shove of her branches. It is unlikely
she can
that
move
more
the
companions
branches.
will show up, and there is no time left to delay.
Gotta go together.
All following her lead, the 6 whales head out into the ocean to find their lost herd.
Okay. Alright. That's
The
interesting.
pod is now 57 kilometers from the Great Southern Reef.
That's kind of far, but not that far. God, they look so
This
menacing.
is the final leg of their journey,
Oh, whales.
and their path crosses
Whale,
over a
whale,
wide
whale.
abyssal trench.
Something on that one.
The parent whales set the pace at a rigorous 6 kilometers an hour. They swim in a typical defensive formation, though with only 3 adults, it is not possible to fully encircle the youths.
I see.
The trek has been arduous for our little calf, but he has endured it with admirable stoicism.
Yes, he's a Chad. He's a Giga Chad.
Slowing down is not an option. He is able to sense this himself.
No. No playtime. Oh, what the fuck is
Something
that?
large has been following the whales.
That's large? It looks... Well, I guess it's far.
It first appeared in the early afternoon and has maintained the same steady distance
ever
ever since.
dude. Do not Bambi
Hours
me.
passed and the mysterious animal failed to approach or make any concerning moves.
Okay, that's bad.
The calf's fear of the unknown was
The
slowly
stalker.
overtaken again by interest in his new Brillo companions. The stony-skinned mother whale and her calf now swim to his left flank.
Well.
This calf was whining earlier, but seems to have calmed. The stony mother's outer surface has slowly morphed shape throughout the day, greatly reducing in size.
Why? What is it? What is it? It's not stone then?
It is as if the exterior nodules are deflating. What mechanism triggers this change or how they shrink, we do not know.
So they're not stones.
Overall, she is slightly more streamlined in form than earlier. Perhaps she can intentionally contract her shell for extra mobility.
Oh. Well.
Our calf doesn't know what to make of her either. Below him swim the mimic mother whale and her calf,
The creepy one.
along with one of our semi-autonomous light drones.
This or this? What is that, dude? Why is there like a little mole with a butt? Light drones. Okay, is this what they're
Since
mentioning?
the autonomous side of this semi-autonomous drone has chosen to enter frame and spoil the shot,
Spoil the
this seems
shot.
an appropriate moment to talk
So this
about
is like
some of the
human
machines
engineering.
used in South Scrimshaw's production.
Okay. So the
Almost
whales
all
don't
of our
even care.
remote-operated vehicles, ROVs, are surplus from the pacification war. When the self-appointed International Coalition declared Earth's intention to globally adopt the doctrine of resistance,
What?
they provoked the construction of a war drone fleet. An army of multi-purpose and single-purpose robots was fabricated in less than 5 days.
Excuse me, what? Earth's intention to globally adopt the doctrine of resistance?
Due to the brevity of the conflict, limited mostly between Earth factions, and the eventual unconditional capitulation offered, almost none of these war machines saw deployment.
That's good.
Today, all can agree that avoiding a protracted land invasion or an apocalyptic scenario such as kinetic bombardment was a necessity.
Just a guy in the background, 2,900 meters.
Today, these robots represent progress and optimism instead of death and coercion.
That's great.
Their strike platforms decommissioned and AI reprogrammed, they are now tools of education and discovery. This
Great.
declassified schematic illustrates just one of the wonderful drones at our disposal.
Wow. Light diffusing outer shell. Click to page through slides. So this is what it looks like. An array of 500 WLED chips. Wow, that's a bit much. Okay. Engine. Got a little motor there. Some fans. Drivetrain. Water intake. Why does it need water? Impeller. Fixed diffuser vanes. Steering nozzle. Okay. Reverse deflector. Retro encapsulator. Capacitive duractant drivers. Horsefly weapon platform decommissioned. There was like a gun here at some point. Wow, okay. Pre-formulated amulite battery units. And seawater cooling system blast tank connection. Central AI control unit.
We thank the Kronos 7 leadership for their continued logistical support of our project.
Okay. All right.
Swimming upside down is the most uncomfortable spot for a Brillo, and the mimic mother refused to take her turn until minutes ago.
Wait, swimming upside down is the most uncomfortable spot for Brillo.
Her stubbornness may not be entirely unreasonable. While upside down, her disguise as a wide-jawed monster appears to fall apart. The illusion of a toothy beast is currently broken.
Oh, okay. So her mimicry provides no defense while upside down. It's really bad for her.
Our calf gets a reassuring hum from his mother. This always seems to quell his unease. He is safe within her nest of thorns. He must focus on swimming.
Okay.
but it's hard to ignore that ominous thing in the distance.
The...
This is a penumbra shark.
Oh no!
It is the fastest marine animal on
What?
the planet.
What? Okay.
For the penumbra, 6 kilometers an hour is a leisurely pace. It could comfortably stalk the whales days on end.
It is literally the stalker fish.
An apex hunter, patient with experience, it will preserve all possible energy for an opportune strike. Very much like a sailfish, penumbra sharks have a large dorsal fin along their back. This is kept retracted until the moment of attack.
Till it goes speed.
With several flicks of the tail, it vanishes from sight.
Oh no!
Panic overtakes the whales and the defensive formation immediately breaks apart.
What was the point?
Our calf looks down.
Oh no!
The mimic mother has abandoned her post.
Oh my god, she fucking left.
Nothing stands between our calf and the open abyss below.
What a bitch. No! What was that?
The fight or flight reaction is as intense as it is instantaneous. A full threat alarm floods from the hypothalamus, shooting through every nerve and chemical pathway. Adrenaline pumps into the blood. The perception of time dilates. Details of the world suddenly stand out with vivid intensity. Even in this low light, 2 rows of white teeth are searingly clear. The calf finds his own fins now move in slow motion too. Seawater suddenly feels solid, suspending him in place. Trapped in harm's way, he can only watch the events unfold. Until a tremble runs through the thorns surrounding him. The mother's branches are held under tension and can be released with the force of a catapult.
Oh.
She flexes. Cords snap. And in an instant the calf is swaddled in protective barbs and makeshift spears.
Oh, okay, so she can, like, control
the shark senses the change and shifts the attack direction.
Oh no. The calf is protected. What is this music? It's like Fear and Hunger. It's like fighting a god. Oh god.
To the calf.
No.
Who is exposed and helpless. Our calf momentarily loses consciousness, but the barbed vines around him act as a net. His mother whisks him away with her. As our calf comes to again, he finds an awful scent filling the water.
Dude.
He looks back to see what happened to his travel companion.
No.
The sight horrifies. It is the reality of predation from the perspective of the prey. Because of his mother, our calf is the survivor, and not the cautionary example for others to learn from.
Oh, what? So...
Less than 20 kilometers remain until the reef and the safety of their Brillo herd.
Oh my god, they were so close.
The mimic mother races ahead, leaving the weaker whales to their fate.
Oh, what the hell, man? Useless whale.
The stone mother lags behind. Her movements are confused. She is still in a state of shock over the death of her child.
That's so sad.
Our calf struggles to follow. It is much harder to swim outside of a larger whale's slipstream. And his mother is falling far behind again.
No.
He races back to be by her side. The calf has been running ahead of her sight and then returning. The back and forth seem to coax his mother a little further each time.
Oh.
But now her strength has failed.
Now.
She cannot even lift her fins in response. Her old wounds were opened by the physical exertion to save her child's life.
Dude. Wait, so the shark didn't even get her?
She will not recover.
Oh my god, it pierced her intestines.
He whistles the familiar call to play. There is no more response.
Oh.
She has finally slipped from consciousness.
Bro, the whale this one didn't even get a...
She cannot remain with her calf any longer.
So fucking sad.
He continues to press for a reaction.
No. Dude.
Desperation compounds the grief.
No.
At this age, calves are completely dependent on a mother's milk and protection. With nowhere to go, the calf remains at her side.
Oh my god.
The research team witnesses the mother's final pulses of electrical activity fade and extinguish.
They're just watching this whole time, like with those little cameras they showed off before. So
there is a long
end?
pause. Two researchers start a heated discussion on the ethics of intervention.
Oh, they want to help, but obviously they're like, you gotta let nature unfold. I mean, at the end of the day, like...
But before any consensus is reached, the argument is interrupted by a low rumble over the hydrophone. The stone mother never left the area. She watches our calf from a distance.
Just watches. You gonna adopt him?
A new day begins to dawn over the coral reef. Brillo whales start to stir from slumber. Together, the stone mother and our calf have arrived safely. Though physically and emotionally depleted, neither has found any sleep. The calf gorges on milk, famished from the previous day's ordeal.
Milk, yogurt, milk.
This adoption in the wild may be extraordinary to witness happen, but acts of apparent generosity have not been an uncommon sight to anyone following this intensely social species.
So she adopted
The stone mother's
it
exterior
worked out,
appears
good
to
timing.
now be fully deflated. We can see a more familiar shape underneath.
Oh, you can see her, like,
It's
eyes
the
and
outline
stuff.
of a young female whale, quite small in size for an adult specimen. She has saved our calf from certain death. Perhaps our calf is helping her continue on too.
Yeah, because she lost hers.
The young whale finally slumbers. It is good that he takes the moment to recover while he can.
It's so, like, gross looking. What is this?
He will
What is
need the
its
rest.
parasite?
In the morning, he will awaken to an overwhelming new world.
Without his mom. Dude, that's fucking sad. Holy crap, they just... I mean, it wasn't Bambi outright, but pretty much Bambi'd us. Fucking sad.
The miracle of Brillos is not that other creatures can live inside the whales. This sort of arrangement is not uncommon. You, the viewing audience, have countless residents inside your own body.
Yeah, Peter wants to take his turn all the time.
An adult human is composed of
I have to keep putting
approximately
him down.
30 trillion cells.
You know, I'm sure
An
everyone's got some
estimated
extra
additional 39
people in
trillion
there.
microbial cells, bacteria, viruses and fungi live on and in the average person's body.
The
Medical
personalities all want
science
their
has long
chance, you know?
understood the importance of the microorganisms within us and the role they play in good health. Interplanetary travel has elevated this research to the forefront of medicine. Alien atmospheres are a soup of microorganisms that
soup.
Earth-raised animals have never encountered before. To the globe-hopping human, the radical change of biome is first felt in the gut. Known as planetary dysbiosis, arrival sickness, or simply the drags, all off-world-born humans experience an immobilizing nausea soon after entering the new atmosphere. Even with the year-long acclimation program one undergoes in low orbit, the drags cannot be eliminated.
Oh, okay. Wait, you have to stay in space
Arrival
for a year?
procedure for all travellers includes a period of convalescence at Mercy Star Hospital. Dysbiosis symptoms last anywhere from 14 days to 6 weeks.
Nice plushie.
The worst documented cases persisted for over a year and required intensive care.
This is weird how it went to, like, a human perspective.
Pictured,
or not perspective, but, like,
limnologist and
human
Ranger First Class Maria
look
Ukichiro.
in.
Her 25-day recovery is documented as routine.
Oh.
In a message to Kronos Earth Branch cadets, RFC Ukichiro warns, "The initial headaches are too intense to get up and go to the bathroom. In the beginning, you'll mostly suffer on a bedpan.
That's great.
When food isn't coming up or out, you're forcing down a prescribed diet heavy in probiotics.
Yogurt.
I do mean forcing. The doctors require you to eat certain amounts every day, no matter how nauseated it makes you.
Oh, God.
Don't think that the kind nurses will let you skip meals either. Your spoon or their tube. Only thing you get to decide.
Your spoon or their tube. I mean, if you're nauseous, for a lot of people, I guess that means they need the tube.
The cuisine here is dominated by fermented and preserved foods. You can blame the past shortage of home refrigeration, state of the grid, whatever. Point is, when you inevitably smell yogurt or sauerkraut later, you'll feel violently ill and want to die.
Oh.
Every off-worlder goes through that. You'll get over it.
So you'll never eat sauerkraut or yogurt again?
See you soon, rookies.
That's fine. Not me. You'd catch me eating yogurt and sauerkraut together every day.
The miracle of Brillo whales is their ability to pick and choose their
Peter.
occupants.
He just wanted to tell a joke.
Our whale will now begin this process of selection. Providing a backdrop for the next chapter is another amazing marine animal whose colourful anatomy can construct whole ecosystems.
What do we got here?
Our Earth audience will find it a familiar species.
Am I looking at a bug?
It is the reef-building coral.
Oh, okay. Coral.
A bikini fish gently picks her way along a mountainous path of calcium carbonate exoskeletons. It's her daily prowl for food, and something tasty has her attention.
Tasty.
Plump, bite-sized greebles are entrenched in the nooks below.
Greebles.
It'll take her quite a bit of work to pry them out.
Okay.
As the bikini calculates the best approach of attack, her preparations are interrupted. She joins the other fish fleeing for their lives.
Fleeing for their lives.
A higher caste of the food chain steals the scene.
What is that, bro? What is this?
It's a spotted barnacle claw.
What is these noises? Oh my god!
One powerful yank extracts the entire colony hiding below.
They're all holding on to each other for dear life. What?
The host Brillo whale groans with dissatisfaction. This isn't a meal fit for a leviathan.
What the fuck is this crab, man? This is the whale. What? Look at all these little frog things. These little frog fuckers. What the fuck? It's gross. So this is like a crab or barnacle that's just
they
like...
will continue browsing for something more substantial. Our whale watches the drama unfold from a safe distance, somewhat perplexed.
It's like a bunch of these little claws. Oh, and
in the 6 years since we last rejoined him, the Great Reef has not run short of new surprises.
He doesn't have that.
From near and far, one can hear the calls of unknown brillos bounding off these cavernous walls. At least he still has someone familiar to rely on. His adoptive mother is usually out of sight, but never too far away.
Ew,
she has changed quite a great deal since we last saw her.
Jeez.
Perhaps in response to the Penumbra shark attack, she has undergone a zealous application of eye spots to her figure.
Ew.
While not as outwardly apparent, our young whale's body has undergone an even more radical change.
No, wait anymore. Got some color.
His skin layers and immune system have fully developed and are ready to host other species. This dermatological puberty is the crossroad.
Okay.
He must decide what sort of Brillo he will become. How does a young whale make such a crucial decision? The choices are overwhelming, the combinations are infinite, and mistakes are fatal.
Okay, snails. Snail crab.
One way to ensure future success is to replicate past success.
Okay. So what, he's just gonna do the stone one too?
Brillo youths find a welcoming adult. And attempt to fashion themselves in their likeness.
They find role models.
The older whale assists with offerings of seeds, eggs, larvae, and other materials needed to begin the garden.
Okay.
The younger whale remains close for the years after, learning new behavior from the adult.
Yo, that whale has a pitchfork tongue. Is that what that one does? Just gives you pitchfork tongue? It's kind of cool.
Not every option available to a young whale is desirable. This old-timer is welcome,
there's toads.
But our whale is visibly uncomfortable.
There's like little toads in there. Little frog. This one's it's like a giant lettuce with toads in it. Looks like something out of like
hard to imagine why. But on the other hand, another young Brillo might happily accept this body plan.
A Ghibli film. Someone else might want that one.
What shapes such individual preference? Realistically, there are far too many influences to chart, but from our limited data, there is one factor that stands out. We estimate that half of Brillos choose to replicate their own mothers.
Okay, well, his mom's dead.
Our whale displays this preference towards his biological mother. These ribbon plants are the same variety she once wore. Our calf returns here every day.
Yeah, but
it is no use. This Brillo whale is deceased. Nothing but a cleaned skeleton remains beneath the foliage. While it is interesting that the garden can partially survive on, none of it can be transferred without the living adult to help.
Okay. So it wants it. Oh, it's pretending it's the mom.
Our whale must find comfort in the familiar scent and touch.
Does it pretend it's his mom?
However, time spent on what he cannot have is time wasted. Waiting too long to start a garden could bring other health complications.
Yeah, like being eaten.
He will have to move on.
We're not getting enough to eat, I guess, too, because they also feed them, right?
Our whale goes on a search for another plant-based Brillo. For reasons unknown, such Brillos are conspicuously absent this season. It seems as if anything resembling his mother has migrated elsewhere. One single exception is discovered. And he is a spectacular example of aquatic foliage. The shaggy coat is as full and beautiful as the late mother's. But not all Brillos are welcoming.
He doesn't like them. He's like, fuck you.
Day after day, he tries to draw the adult into play, and day after day receives the cold shoulder. The adult flatly refuses to acknowledge his existence. This male has tunnel vision on the single purpose of mating. Babysitting is not on the agenda.
This goddamn whale wants to fuck.
We watch an attempt to woo a female fail pitifully.
Pitifully? Oh, shit. Now he's upset.
She is clearly put off by his little sidekick.
Damn, whale. Look at that whale background.
Tugging roughly on his leaves. Days of pent-up agitation are suddenly unloaded. Our whale is chased off at the point of a skewer.
He's pissed. Get the hell out of here.
It may feel like a painful sacrifice, but a plant body is not an option. There's a dizzying amount of other choices remaining, and one of them will have to do. Another morning dawns.
Dude, look at all
this,
the
nocturnal animals have returned to slumber, and the frantic energy of diurnal animals resumes.
Dude, these drawings are great, by the way.
For our researchers, every day following the whale is a journey into an uncharted wilderness. Only a small fraction of the species here have been recorded.
Oh,
there is so much inexplicable behavior to document.
They're all eating each other at the same time. What's the point? Dude, the octopus is going ham. No one's eating the octopus, I'm pretty sure. Dude, octopus stays winning.
Recent discoveries have centered on the varieties of coral present. The reef itself is now understood to be a multi-layered structure.
Let's read that out. Fringing reef.
The Great Southern Reef is a fringing reef. The
I just gotta make sure there's
not categorized into three zones based on depth. The unique character of the Southern Reef is owed to the spire coral, which lives across all three of these zones. spire coral can survive at the lowest depths, where it faces little competition.
Okay. It's a pine tree.
Once fixed to solid ground, spire coral stack atop one another, upwards towards the sunlight that will fuel more productive respiration. Shallow water corals soon find these raised platform and perch themselves upon it.
Just building up more and more.
This is not a cooperative relationship. The spire coral is eventually smothered and dies.
Damn.
Under accumulated weight, the structural integrity is lost.
What's the point,
and
man?
The spire shatters.
They get them all selves killed.
Collapse back down to lower depths.
Even lower depths. And then they start growing
Living
again.
spire coral can again re-emerge, and the cycle repeats unendingly.
What the fuck? Okay.
This constant tossing and turning creates a porous and dynamic landscape, veined with small tunnels and dotted with caves. Thousands of small animals make this subterranean environment their niche.
Fish. Wait, this fish has like a bunch of fish in his mouth, like tadpoles. What the fuck?
For example,
so weird.
Saltwater tadpoles spend their early life stages hidden underground until they can emerge above as a fearsome predator.
Fearsome predator, eh?
Relative to their size, that is.
Well. Okay.
Progress and knowledge march forward through tireless work, but we often share in our young whale's bewilderment. Who is this?
Oh, what is that? He's got the brush teeth.
What is on his head?
Yeah.
What is going on?
What is going on, my fellow whales?
We do not know.
Sorry.
Our whale runs away, and we simply follow. One afternoon, it seems our young whale's persistent searching has been rewarded. A loud song heralds him from the distance. A Brillo hunting party returns. Their high spirits means that all had a good kill.
Nice.
The group's leader is calling to our whale.
Little baby whale?
Our youth remains in place but allows the adult to approach. These whales are sophisticated pack hunters.
So it is. But he has sharks.
The Chowper, a stupid but friendly shark, totally accepts the Brillos as their own.
What are they supposed to be, dogs?
Compared to the painful transmogrification other Brillos endure, this silky costume is minimally invasive and provides maximum returns.
Oh, so they think they're sharks.
And it's a plant.
They just think they're big sharks.
This successful symbiosis strategy is limited only by the pack's willingness to share it with others. An open invitation from the leader is a golden opportunity.
Oh, okay. So he's letting the little one.
Something isn't right.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like sharks.
Our whale is fixated on the Chowper.
He doesn't like the sharks. Yeah. Hates sharks.
It is a tragedy that our whale seems unable to tolerate sharks of any kind. He flees.
Wow. Dude, you could have had it made.
Over the weeks, we
Leader
observe
of
our
sharks.
subject whale becoming increasingly distressed. It is critical he suppress unpleasant feelings and adopt a symbiosis plan. A Brillo whale cannot survive unplanted. He can perceive himself failing to integrate, of course, but the building internal agitation is not a force that will help him adapt better.
But what is this is the thumbnail, by the way. This is the thumbnail right
Autumn draws to a close. Several new varieties of Brillo begin to arrive from colder latitudes. These are mostly hunter archetypes who can live a life less dependent on the reef's concentrated bounty.
Okay.
A camouflaged whale waits for prey to swim near.
Dude, it's just got a giant octopus, like, on top of him.
This kind of strategy requires a good deal of patience.
Yeah.
Our whale, sensing the hunter, swims wide. trails him. Other Brillo whales aren't the target of his trap. Our whale replies with mistrust and leaves.
He doesn't
Something
like
is wrong.
Something is wrong.
Our whale's once irrepressible curiosity has grown increasingly muted. Even wonders like bioluminescence provokes no reaction. These lamplighter fish are practicing their jousting in preparation for the annual mating competition.
Annual mating competition.
The event is soon. It's only a one-night affair, and they will all die immediately afterwards.
What? Well, excuse me? What are they?
We think it would be quite the enriching spectacle. But the fish seem to be of no interest.
Okay.
Our research objectives all involve how a planted Brillo changes gene expression throughout its life. An unplanted whale is no use to us. There is a fear that our biometric implants have been invested on a losing whale. But before we can discuss contingency plans,
wait, that was white.
our
No!
Brillo finally begins to break bad habits.
I'm sorry, guys. Can I go back? No, I don't think I can. Can I go back? There's saves? History? Wait. Can I go back? I don't think I can go back. I'm sorry, guys. I missed one.
This unknown youth has snagged a lamplighter and presents it now to our whale. Perhaps he was enthused to share his catch and our whale happened to be closest.
Nice. Friends.
Brillo interactions can be opaque, but these two have clearly hit it off. For once, our whale does not withdraw. He is proactively engaging instead of passively responding. It's a much welcome scene, but it begs the question, what changed? What external factors could have contributed to a more outgoing posture? Did our cameras miss a life-changing event? Does this stranger seem less threatening than all the others? It is true that our whale, having been born outside the herd, has consistently lacked peer contact his own age. Young Brillos cannot transmit garden organisms between each other, so the interaction here probably feels less fraught than it might with an adult, who could permanently dose him with life-altering symbiosis.
Oh. He doesn't have to worry about a different adult just giving him something random.
We hypothesize that juvenile Brillo association is a necessary prior step to adult interaction. Regardless of how correct this assertion is, it successfully buys our study additional time. The two whales spend the rest of the day playing and are still chasing fish together when we leave them.
Nice. You're a little happy whale.
Night falls.
Got a little bit of happiness in
But
him.
our whale is not asleep. GPS coordinates show he's swimming somewhere. As his aberrant behavior is still under scrutiny, the team moves to investigate.
They got a good one.
Spotlight is aimed overboard. We discover more than just our whale. He is traveling with a pod of other youths. They all sing with curiosity at the sudden lights shining from above. We cut the power to avoid further disturbance. It's soon clear where the Brillos are headed. The first glimmers of action appear in the near distance. The night of the lamplighter fish has begun.
Oh, they're watching. Wait, they're like
The
smart
ocean
enough like
starts
teenagers.
to flash brilliantly as males battle for the attention of females. The weak are pierced open, spilling bioluminescence into the water.
What?
They shine with complete indifference to predators attacking. Known as predator satiation, there are simply too many to all be eaten.
What? We just watched a massacre, right? That's what we just watched.
His belly full of glowing fish bits, our whale watches the show reach its climax. It seems like he'll be up all night with the others. Confident in his safety, we recall our camera drones to finish their scheduled recharge.
Nice. This has been so interesting.
By blocking wave activity,
This is
the
fake.
barrier reef
I feel like
creates
I'm
a
watching
wide lagoon
literally
behind
a
it.
History Channel thing.
The placid
Or like-
water stretches for several kilometers before being overtaken by a
Like a
mangrove
Discovery
forest.
Channel. Like documentary.
Parts are so shallow
Mangroves,
that they become
nice.
exposed to air at low tide. At high tide, other areas are deep enough for a troublesome young whale to get lost in.
What's up with that?
His friends weren't adventurous enough to follow him today.
Made friends though, that's good.
And for good reason, as our whale realizes once the water level starts to drop again.
Oop. I fucked up.
There's no time to play with the locals.
Oop. Oh!
The outgoing seawater feeds to
That was
several
amazing.
deep channels.
I love these little shots of the whale.
Whisked through the trenches, our whale rides the rip current to safety, with no control over where it's taking him. After a lengthy ride,
Whale.
he is spat out far from where he began.
Nice.
This
Well,
is
maybe
the
not
end of the
nice.
Great Reef. It's exposed and dangerous territory, but our whale can't help himself from having a look around. There's a sudden realization that he's being watched. Something is stirring within the cave behind him.
Oh no. Dude, don't do this to me. I've been following this whale for too long.
It's another Brillo whale.
Oh, okay. Another whale.
Our whale approaches, but there is no friendly greeting. This isolated loner is an exile from the herd.
Exile.
Banishment is reserved for excessive violence against fellow Brillos. Most likely it was a mating joust that escalated to fatal combat.
Oh. Wow.
A deteriorated mental state from years of isolation is what has made him truly dangerous.
Oh, he's like, you could attack him?
Our Brillo can understand that a noiseless approach signals an attack.
Oh shit.
He whistles another greeting. It's met with an oppressive silence.
Oh shit, does that mean he's gonna get killed?
The crown of a shark's jaw attests to this whale's staggering strength,
Killed sharks, this one.
but his secret weapon lies inside the crow's nest atop his hardened armor.
This? What am I looking at? An eyeball.
The Vorpix octopus wakes when it senses a kill is imminent.
An octopus? Oh, I see it, I see it.
He serves the role of a hunting partner who swims in advance.
Oh. Oh,
Usually
shit.
it latches over the eyes of prey and attacks with its serrated beak.
Oh, shit. Octopus.
But when prey is so pitifully weak, he prefers to spectate.
He's
Our whale is far
camouflaging.
from being scared.
That's cool.
He's experiencing a whole other emotion. He knows.
He knows it kills sharks. That's what he wants to do.
This was unexpected. Abandoning caution, the calf sings and plays like he's found a new friend.
Dude, fucking thing just starts spinning, doing flips. Do a flip.
He goes in for a nuzzle and the harsh exterior cracks.
Big softy.
How long has it been since the old-timer experienced any warmth of companionship?
He's a big softy.
Maybe having a little apprentice killer won't be so bad.
Maybe having a little apprentice killer won't be so bad. Oh my god, they fight other
Grunts,
whales.
struggling
Yeah.
to remember a song that isn't also a threat. This isn't the scene of bloodshed that the octopus wanted.
Did I just watch the octopus facepalm?
It seems he's witnessed this cycle once before, as he knows what must be done.
I clicked
This
on it.
animal is negligibly senescent, meaning it expresses no evidence of biological aging.
Oh, like lobsters. Live
It's
forever.
one of the only long-lived cephalopods that has not been culled.
Oh, why have they been culled? What the fuck?
Our researchers suspect this octopus to be at least 4 centuries old, and cephalopods who survive so long possess a devious intelligence.
Considering it just facepalmed? Yeah. Wait, 4 centuries. 400-year-old octopus.
The Vorpix presents our whale with a living piece of the armor plating. A quick feel for the soft spot.
Oh!
And the
Tonk.
deed is done. When the young whale wakes up, the implant will already have sprouted roots to hold firmly fixed in his skin.
Wait, but how does he get a little octopus too?
With this major milestone now documented, the mobile lab departs and will not rejoin the whale again until his adulthood. Implants will continue to transmit information about his physical development for a 20-year remote observation period.
Oh.
This also ends the documentary team's access to the whale and concludes the first phase of our project. For us, raw data is far less compelling than first-hand observation of his body being reconstructed. 20 years is a long time for impatient humans to wait. When we do meet our whale again, it is hard to guess now what we might find.
We'll just wait 20 years.
All the changes he experiences over 2 decades will be witnessed in a single moment. It should be nothing short of a complete metamorphosis.
Yeah, so they'll be bigger for humans, I guess? Wow. 20 years, though. Do marine biologists actually do stuff like this? Like implant on whales? Or like other, like, sea creatures that lived a long time? Like, that's crazy. They just don't do anything with them for a really long time. Administration
This concludes
region.
South Scrimshaw
Finished.
Part 1. Please keep designated channels open for the transmission of Part 2.
Nice. Alright. So that was South Scrimshaw Part 1. Oh, that was a little bit like written and illustrated by Nathan O. Marsh. Man, Nathan, that was good. Visual novel uses following sounds, free sounds. So these are real sounds, I assume? Whales versus the Nautilus, dinosaur. Huh. So yeah, I was hearing some like weird sounds at points. Wow. Okay, well, if you want to see any of these, just pause the video. For their public domain recordings. Wait, what was in their public domain recordings? That was really cool. So that was South Scrimshaw. I don't really want to call it a horror game, but a visual novel set on a different planet with alien whales and their symbiotic partnerships, I guess. I actually liked it a lot. It was really thought-provoking for something that isn't real. That's like the strangest thing, but I was so invested in the whale's life too, right? I'm sure a lot of you wanted to see where that was gonna go. Definitely got Bambied. If you don't know the plot to Bambi, I might have spoiled it for you, but damn. I'd love to see this whale at the second part. I'd love to see Killer Whale Apprentice. That'd be pretty cool. Love to see that. It's also like kind of tucked in there, the lore around like the human society that is like on this planet is really interesting too. Like, how is this working? Like, how are they recording? They have like implants in the whales, in this like one whale. It's kind of cool to see. It's kind of cool to like understand that. Yeah, it's just a nice little story. This was just part 1, so there's gonna be more to come, like they said. So I'm excited for that. This is available to download on Steam for free, by the way. If anyone wants to play it themselves, get 2 achievements. I think that's all they have. But it was good, decent. Definitely willing to play the second one, depending on where it goes. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Seriously, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do a bunch of horror games all the time. I know this is a black screen. I should have said this. We do horror games all the time on the channel. Horror games from indie games on itch.io that are free to Steam games that are paid to AAA games from like Capcom and stuff like Resident Evil to we're going to be playing the Silent Hill games eventually too. But yeah, I just thought that was something to play. I just saw it and I was like, man, that would be fun to play. And it was. I had fun with it. So, yeah, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.